As Dan's ominous words hung in the air, I felt the bone-deep weight of my precarious situation. Every instinct screamed to walk away, but I wouldn't leave without understanding what Rory had left behind. I could sense the escalating tension in Dan's gaze, his unspoken threats coiling around us like barbed wire. "I've got nothing to settle it with right now," I stated, trying to maintain a veneer of composure. "But I need to know exactly what we're dealing with here. The specifics, amount, deadlines, and consequences." Dan's sneer twisted into something uglier, a blend of curiosity and menace. "You think you're in a position to negotiate with me? You better have something worth my while, or we're done talking." My heartbeat played a frantic drum solo against my ribs. My eyes darted around the room, mentally mapping exits, potential threats, and any means to defend myself. Rory had left me with his mess, but he'd also left me with his friends and his secrets. Dan stepped closer, the feral glint in his eye turning predatory. His hand twitched near his belt, and that's when I realized time was up for pleasantries. I needed leverage. I reached for the hidden taser in my bag, my fingers grazing the cool metal. In one fluid motion, I yanked it out, thrusting it forward just as Dan's expression morphed into confusion and anger. "This is the leverage I've got now," I spat, my voice trembling less than my hands. "You're going to tell me everything, or we'll see just how much voltage you can handle." The seconds stretched tortuously, Dan weighing his options, his eyes darting between the taser and my determined glare. For a moment, I thought he might charge at me anyway, but then he took a step back, hands raised in wary surrender. "All right, Lydia. You want answers. Let's talk," he conceded, though his tone promised this was far from over. Dan's reluctant submission didn't calm my nerves. Instead, it dialed up the urgency of our precarious dance. The taser buzzed quietly, a stark reminder of the fine line I walked. He slowly sank into the battered chair by the window, eyes still locked on me, every muscle coiled for retaliation. Taking a cautious step forward, I kept the taser trained on him. "Start from the beginning. What did Rory owe? And to whom?" Dan's scowl deepened, but he spoke. "Rory got involved with some dangerous people, moneylenders who don't take IOUs lightly. He borrowed 50 grand, couldn't pay it back, and now they're coming after anyone connected to him. That includes you." My blood ran cold. $50,000, an impossible sum. "When's the deadline?" "Tomorrow," Dan responded, a ruthless smile playing on his lips. "And they don't renegotiate." The weight of his words crashed over me. We were out of time, and options were vanishing faster than I'd anticipated. Who are these people? I pressed, needing every scrap of information to navigate this treacherous maze. Dan hesitated, then muttered a name, one notorious enough to make my stomach churn. The Black Vipers. Desperation surged, but so did determination. Rory's friends had skills, and his secrets might offer an edge. I'd have to rely on both to repay this debt. A storm of cunning and courage was our only chance. "Fine, Dan. Now here's the deal," I said, voice steady, hiding my inner turmoil. "You're going to help me. Together, we'll make this right. You owe Rory that much. Fail me, and the next jolt won't be a warning." His eyes flickered from malice to reluctant alliance, and I knew I'd hooked my reluctant ally. Now I just had to navigate the storm ahead, one bolt of electricity at a time.